Hello, friends. Welcome to today's bet information on Betkraft. Okay, today being 16th day of April, Tuesday. Today is a Champions League day, and we have two Champions League games going on today in the Europa Champions League, and we have the likes of Borussia Dortmund who will be coming up against Atletico Madrid, and also the second leg of the very encounter where FC Barcelona will be hosting Paris Saint-Germain in the Camp Nou today. Okay, these are two very exciting matches, and we'll also have other ones, other league matches that we predicted for you today. And it promises to be an exciting one, and I hope you stick around so that you get our information on these very encounters that's going on. Okay, that being said, I want to urge you, of course, who are coming across our video for the very first time, please take our time to click subscription button down there so that you will be missing out on our subsequent predictions and analysis that will be, we'll be posting here on daily basis. Okay, take our time to do that. Have you done that? Okay, that's cool. That's good. Thank you. All right, let's head to today's game. We'll start with the first Champions League game of tonight. We'll have FC Barcelona who will be coming up against Paris Saint-Germain in the second leg of the quarterfinal tie. And we expect in this very encounter, we also that the first leg of that very encounter saw Barcelona, having the upper hand, defeating Paris Saint-Germain in the first leg of the Champions League quarterfinal game that was played in Parc des Princes in France. But this time around, it is the second leg in Camp Nou. But this very encounter, we have to take a look at how both teams have fared recently before we make our verdict on this very encounter. So we see that in the past 5 games for Barcelona, they have actually been able to win all the 5 games they've played in recent time, and as well as Paris Saint-Germain have lost one, drawn one, as well as have 3 wins in the past 5 games they've had so far. So we take a look at how these teams have played from home and away respectively. We could see that playing from home, Barcelona have just managed 4 wins and have had 3 draws, 1 draw actually, and away side Paris Saint-Germain as well have been able to manage 4 wins and also 1 draw while playing from away. Okay, and in this very encounter, we know that it is a very tough one, and Barcelona have been doing well, especially from home this time around, seeing that they were able to achieve a result in France. Okay, in this very encounter, we know that they're not going to lose this encounter as well. So we expect at least a win or draw for FC Barcelona in this very game. So it is home side to win or draw. That's our verdict for that very encounter, and that takes us to the next game. And also the next game is the second Champions League match going on today, where Borussia Dortmund will be coming up against Atletico Madrid in the second leg tie of the quarterfinal fixture. And as well, we could see that in the past 5 for Borussia Dortmund have seen Borussia Dortmund being able to win 3 and lose 2 games in the past 5 games they've had, and their way side as well in the past 5 games have been able to win 4 and have lost 1. Atletico Madrid have lost 1 game in the past 5. And when you look at how both teams have fared from home and away, respectively, we could see that in the past 5 for Borussia Dortmund, while playing from home, they've been able to win 3 games and they've had 2 losses. Okay, and West Atletico Madrid playing from away have managed just 1 win and they've had 3 losses and 1 draw while playing from away. Okay, it seems that Atletico Madrid are not a very good side while playing from away. And in this very encounter, we know that it's a very tough one, and we expect to see goals flying in this one. Okay, so our verdict for this very game is both teams to score, goals scoring on both sides. That's our verdict for that very encounter, and that takes us to the next game. It is in Portugal, where we have Famalicão coming up against Sporting Lisbon. Okay, and we'll see that in the past 5 for the home side, they've had 2 draws, 1 loss, as well as 2 wins in the past 5 games they've had, and their away side have had, in the past 5 they've had 4 wins and 1 draw in the past 5 games they've had. So when you take a look at how both sides have fared, you could say that for the home side, while playing from home in the past five, they've been able to manage two wins. They've had two draws as well as one loss in the past five home games they've had. And the away side, in the past five away games, they've been able to achieve three wins. They've had one loss and one draw in the past five away games. And in this very encounter, we know that Sporting Lisbon is a very strong side in Portugal, and they're doing very well at the moment. So we expect the away side, Sporting Lisbon, to live up to expectation in this very game, to actually win outrightly. That's our verdict. Away side to win. That's what we think. And the next game is in England Championship, where we have Southampton, who will be coming up against Preston North End in the English Championship game. And we look at how both teams have fared in the past. We see that in the past five have seen Southampton winning two. They've had two draws as well as one loss. And the away side, on the other hand, have had two wins, two losses, and one draw in the past five. And we take a look at how both sides have fared, right, from home and on away. We could see that Southampton playing from home in the past five have been able to manage three wins, one draw, and one loss. And we also saw Southampton in the weekend defeating Watford by 3-0 playing from home, and also defeating Coventry by 2-1 as well. And also taking a look at the away side, you can see that in the past five away games for the away, they have been able to manage three wins. They have as well seen one loss and one draw while playing from away. Okay, but making our judgment, we know that Southampton is a team that is in fine form at the moment. We saw how they played even in the game that they lost against Ipswich. We saw how they played that very game. We see that their side that is quite a very good form, and we expect the home side Southampton the Saints to pick the spot in this very encounter. It is home win. That's our verdict in that very encounter. Home win. Okay, that takes us to the next game, and that next game happened to be in Northern Ireland Championship, where we have Dekaville who will be coming up against H&W Welders in Championship, in Northern Ireland Championship. And when you look at how both teams have fared in the past, we see that the home side, Dekaville in the past five have been able to manage two draws and three losses, and the away side, H&W Welders, have had one win and three losses, and as well one draw in the past five games I've had. And when you take a look at how they are fared respectively, we could say that Dekaville playing from away, playing from home, all right, the home side have been able to manage in the past five. They've had two losses and three draws while playing from home, and the away side have had three losses and one win as well as one draw while playing from away. Okay, and the away side is slightly better, and also putting into consideration the fact that the last time both teams met, saw Dekaville losing out by 5-0 to HW Welders. Okay, putting that in mind, we believe that the away side HW Welders is expected to pick up the sports in this very game. It is our away side to win. That's our verdict for that very encounter, and that takes us to the next game. And the next game happened also in Northern Ireland Premiership, where we'll have Crusaders will be coming up against Cliftonville. Okay, and we look at how both sides have fared in the past five recent games. You see that in the past five, I've seen Crusaders winning three games, having one draw as well as one loss, and the away side Cliftonville have seen one win, three losses, and one draw in the past five games I've had so far. Okay, and also we take a look at how both teams have fared in recent encounters. We see that when playing from home, Crusaders have managed one win in the past five. They've had three losses as well as one draw, and the away side playing from away have seen three wins and two losses while playing from away. Okay, we know that in this very encounter, a lot of the two teams score a lot of goals, and in this very encounter, it is a goals verdict that we expect both sides scoring in this very encounter. It is goal, both sides to score. That's our verdict for this very encounter. Okay, and that takes us to the next game, and the next game is also in Northern Ireland Premiership, where we have Linfield, who will be coming up against Coleraine in Northern Ireland Premiership. And when you take a look at how both sides have fared in the past, you can see that from the past five games for the home side, they've had 4 wins and 1 draw, and the away side have had just 1 win and 3 and 4 draws in the past 5 games I've had. And when you take a look at how they fared from home and away respectively, you can also see that playing from home, Lyngstad have won 4 games, they have lost just 1 in the past 5 home games I've had, and the away side playing from away have been able to manage just 1 win and have had 1 draw as well as 3 losses in the past 5 away games I've played so far. So they're not doing so very well from away. Okay, and that is to say that the home side is much more fancy to pick up the spots in this very encounter. To expect Linfield, the home side, to win outrightly in this very game. Home win, that's our verdict, and that takes us to the next game, which happens to be the last game of the day, and it is in Swedish second division, where we'll have Oyster, who will be coming up against Orebro in Swedish second division. We could see that in the past 5 for the home side, they've had 4 wins and so that's 1 draw, and the away side have had 3 losses and 2 wins in the past 5 games they've played so far. When you take a look at how they're fared from home and away respectively, we could see that the home side in the past 5 home games have had 4 wins and 1 draw, and the away side in the past 5 away games have managed 2 wins and as well as 3 losses in the past 5 away games. And that is also taking a look at how both teams have fared in the last time they met. We saw that Ulster defeated this Orebro by 3 goals to 0 in the last year when they met in October, and that putting all of that together, we know that the home side is also a strong side, and they are much more fancy to pick up the spots in this very game. It is home side to win. That's our verdict for that very game, and that brings our prediction, and tips on Betkraft today to conclusion. Okay, I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope your ticket goes green. And I want to advise to remember to play safe. Do not put everything you have in a bet. Play with what you can afford to lose. It is a football game. It can go either way, and it can happen. All right. That being said, tomorrow is another day, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. But until then, keep winning.